I started playing baseball from the earliest I can remember. I think I was 4 when I was playing t-ball and then on the coach pitch and whatnot, but I think I was 4 years old. I was diagnosed May 29th of 2014. It was my sophomore year of high school and I was 15 years old. And we were supposed to play in the sectional championship for baseball that night. I would say around early March, I started to notice a few things. That was right around when my high school season started. And going into the season, I had worked really hard, getting faster and bigger and stronger. And I was probably one of the top in shape kids on the team. And I remember after tryouts were over and whatnot, we had a workout during one of our practices, and all the other kids were doing it fine. And it was something months previously I would have been able to do no problem, and probably would have finished in one of the top 2 or 3 kids. For some reason it was really hard for me and I was really winded and out of breath. It didn't really last, it was sort of on and off a little bit, so I sort of forgot about it, kept going on with the season, and then gradually things progressed to the point where it was difficult for me to walk up the stairs at school. And then finally on May 18th I pitched the first game of a doubleheader in Utica, and I pitched really well. And then the ride home from the game, I started feeling nauseous and just not myself. The next morning when I woke up, I could barely walk. I had a fever. So that was the major event that led my mom and my dad to call up my pediatrician and get me scheduled for an appointment with them. And then the following week I got in for blood work after Memorial Day weekend. It was a Thursday. I found out that I had leukemia. It only took me about a month or so to have the chemo start working, and so I think a month after I was diagnosed I was considered in remission. And then I just had to keep up with treatments for the next 3.5 years. And I was considered officially cancer-free and done with everything as far as treatment goes September 21st of 2017. I had a couple different ideas for my Make-A-Wish, but I ended up having my high school baseball field redone. Before the renovations were done, our high school field was kind of a mess. My Make-A-Wish was to have the entire field renovated, and the part that ended up being my Make-A-Wish, because they're on kind of a tight budget, was bullpen and batting cage with a roof and lights, really state-of-the-art. And then my high school decided to just renovate the whole field in addition to my Make-A-Wish. It was a trip or something like that would have been awesome, but it only would have been a week-long experience, and something that wouldn't really last like a field would. So I can still go back and see the field, see my old teammates playing on it, and I also still can use it, throw bullpens in the bullpen area. So on my Team 16 is a charity that benefits pediatric oncology patients and caregivers. So what we do is we don't really focus on the research for cancer. We focus more on thinking about ways we can help the children and families and their caregivers in any way possible. Sister Jordan founded it and started it, and from when I was diagnosed, she always had an idea of doing some kind of charity, with me being the inspiration for it. So I found that when I was going through treatment, there was a lot of different organizations and outlets that helped with research and whatnot, but there wasn't really many organizations that just focused on the needs of the children and families who were actually going through the cancer at the time. We just look for different kids that are going through the treatments and see how we can benefit them. So whether that's donating iPads for their schooling, trips. We actually sent one kid to a Knicks game who was a huge Knicks fan. Just things like that that can sort of get their mind off of treatment and give them a fun experience with their family.
Hi Jack, this is Mike Trout. I've heard your story and want to congratulate you on beating cancer and making your college baseball team. The way you fought against leukemia while also helping others in your community is truly inspirational. Keep up the good work and good luck in college.
That's